because they didn't see the vision. But we're not going to worry about them. They're already out. So, but you want to replenish that. You're always wanting to replenish that through sponsorship. So, revolving door. You're not growing. You're shrinking. That's the second point there. Okay. Simple recipe for this business. This is the third message. Book, sell, sponsor.
Woo!
Right? Book, sell, sponsor. The more you book, the more you sell. The more you sell, the more you sponsor. How does that work? Because the more you sell, then the more opportunities you have to follow up and connect, like Tanya was saying. You have that connection now, and you can show them how much fun you're having. You can show them that this is so much more than mascara. You can show them the sisterhood that you have. So book, sell, sponsor. If you're doing the minimum sales requirement every month, if you're stuck at 250, if you're stuck at 500, because you're like, bam, I got it, woo, done for the month, you're shortchanging yourself because you're not expanding that network. The more you sell, the greater the network you have, okay? So we're a network marketing business. You're there to create a huge network. That was number 3, book, sell, sponsor. Okay. 4th message, and I'll go back over some of these. In network marketing, tell me one thing that like grosses you out about something that you saw before.
Join my team.
Join my team, right, okay? Yeah, why? Because all of a sudden you have a friend, she joins a network marketing business, she joins a direct sales company, and all of a sudden she's no longer your friend. Every conversation that she has with you, everything that she's talking to you about is join my team, buy my product, join my team, buy my product. You feel like she's just after you. She's a shark. So you start avoiding her at all costs. You see her coming down the road, you're like, oh, there she is. So, in my view, something that I read that was really, really helpful is be a farmer. Be a farmer. Works pretty well here in Central Illinois. Be a farmer. You don't farm? Fine. Be a gardener. Be a gardener. What do? We plant seeds. We plant seeds. More importantly than planting those seeds, we cultivate. We don't just walk away. Who has a friend here? Like their very best friend? Raise your hand, I want to see it. Who is a very best friend that has not ever bought our product? Doesn't that piss you off? I don't know, I mean, seriously, it blows my mind, but I can't defriend them. I'm not gonna stop liking their comments on Facebook. I'm not gonna walk away from my friendship. I'm not gonna stop saying, oh, cute picture of your kid or whatever, because they're my friend. And my business is to cultivate friendships because I'm going to build a network, right? So you keep cultivating, even as much as they tick you off, you're like, you don't support me, I'm not gonna support you. No, wrong attitude, wrong attitude. So we cultivate, and then what happens? What's the hardest part about being a farmer or a gardener? The harvest, the waiting, okay? So, I don't know if you know, I'm an attorney by trade, and the waiting in this business is hard. It's not like taking an MCAT or a bar examination hard. You're not, it's not hard like that. The hard part is waiting. The hard part is the mental mind game that goes on in your own head. Because you're like, well, I hosted in the party and no one's saying a word. They must hate me. Or did I have something in my teeth? Like, why is she walking the other way? That is the hardest part, the waiting part. And you'll get in your own way. You'll think everything negative. You'll think everything negative. And I'm here to tell you right now, whatever you think in your own mind can't be any worse than what my mom has said to me out loud. Trust me. Trust me. Like I said, I'm an attorney by trade. When I started this business, my mom and dad were like, "What are you doing? You're selling what?" Anybody see The Cutting Edge, that ice skating movie from like 1990s? Totally dating myself. And the guy was like a hockey skater, right? And then he gets injured, and he joins figure skating. And his dad, he goes, "You're doing what? Finger painting?" It's like, I've been doing a little figure skating. What? Finger painting? No. That's how I feel like with my family. They're like, "You're doing what? Selling what?" But anyway, you have to cultivate those relationships. And I'll go back to the mind game. Okay. Now, we're building a network, we're gardening, we're farming, right? Right? Okay. Now, while we're farming, we're going to meet some people along the way. Who are we going to meet? There's only 3 types of people. This is the next message here.
Write this down.
We're going to meet some people. There's 3 kinds of people we're going to meet. Only 3. Those 3 people are either what? A potential customer, a potential team member, and wait for it, this one's good, a connector. A connector. Who is a connector? A connector is not going to buy your product because they could be a man. I don't know, like my husband. He'd like that. He's like, "Yeah, I'm a man." They're not going to join your team. Right? Yeah. Look, she's pregnant again. Totally, seriously. I was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm pregnant again." My husband's like, "That's right." They're so easy to please. So, you're going to meet 3 people. They're either a customer, they're a potential team member, or they're a connector. So, when we're talking, because we're going to share, because what do? We're professional, what? Shares people, right? I'm a professional share person. I dare you to say that the next time. Instead of like, "I sell the world's best mascara," I'm a professional shares person. But seriously, we do. We share all the time. Anna, stand up. Where are you? Where's Anna? Miss Stitch Fix.
Anya,
sorry. You know, I'm going to blame it on the pregnancy. She's a professional shares person. Have you seen her Stitch Fix, online? It's cute. This is Stitch Fix, by the way, too. Highly recommend it. See what I'm doing? I'm sharing. I'm a shares person. So, but anyway, so we meet our 3 people, and here's how we're going to share with them. And this all happens, this is related to sponsoring. I'm going to tie it all together if you guys are like, "What she's saying." We're going to roll down the hill. Did you ever roll down the hill as a kid? My kids do it all the time. I have 3 boys. They're trying to kill me. They go for a walk with the dog and they like to roll down the hill. But here's the whole point. You have to roll down the hill. So you're with your friend and you're talking, and you start, or in your parties or virtual parties, you want to start with a business opportunity first. And when I go through my dream team list, which you all should have, a list of people that you know, a list of people that you would like to have on your team, you start with a business opportunity first. Hey, this might sound totally crazy, but I think you'd be really good at this. Share the opportunity. You're fun, you're outgoing, you post your selfies anyway. You're like, "No, not interested." "Oh, totally get that. How about you host a virtual party instead, or an online party?" "No, not gonna do that." "Oh, hey, get that too. It's not for everyone. But if you know somebody that would like to either learn about this opportunity or host an online party, please let me know. I love referrals. That's what I mean by rolling down the hill. And I don't recommend doing it just that way that I just showed you, because that's not good, but that's what I mean by rolling down the hill. So every person you meet, potential customer, presenter, or a connector. And you're always going to start with the top, because you can't, if you say, hey, how about a referral? And they say no, you can't be like, what about? You can't really roll up the hill. There's nowhere to go. You can't do it, you know, so you gotta start at the top and go down. So that was my other message. Okay, so I got that. Connectors are really important, though, those people that are connectors. Okay, I think Amber said it before. There have been a lot of really good points made here today, and that's why I'm trying to just hit the key messages. Your face is your billboard. Your face is your billboard, but your office is your mouth. This is your office. You're sharing. Now, I want to talk about how to be successful in this business, and I want to really bring it down to a basic level, but I was up last night a lot, going to the bathroom. And then I couldn't get back to sleep, and then the baby would start kicking, and I'm like, oh, okay. But let me suggest that success in this business, honestly, it's as simple as this. It starts right here, right in your mind.
Yes.
This is where your success happens. Now, I've only been doing this 19 months, never sold anything before in my head, and I literally had people tell me, what are you doing? This is ridiculous. I've had my mom tell me, please don't talk about your mascara. Nobody cares, don't bring it up. Literally, like, yeah, right? Like, oh my gosh, feel sorry for me. And the funny thing is, we were going to a family reunion, and she's like, Leslie, just please don't bring up the mascara. Nobody cares. Nobody's interested. Nobody's interested. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. And I walk in, I have my purse. It was purple, too, by the way. Before I even set my purse down, my 80-something-year-old great uncle is like, hey, Leslie, tell me about this thing that you're doing online, this mascara business. I look over at my mom, I'm like, cares? An 80-year-old man cares. So my point about this is it's all mental. So even if you don't have a mom that's actually going to say to you, nobody cares, you probably have a voice inside your head that's saying nobody cares. You probably have it in your head, I'm not good enough. You probably have it in your head, I want to be here or there or wherever in the company, but I don't have this, or I can't do that, or my life situation prevents me from doing it. No. Those are self-limiting doubts. Those are self-imposed negative Nelly voices that are in your head. And I'm here to tell you right now, if you can change that, if you can stop those voices inside your head and just plow forward, you're gonna do it. So my point about that too, there's the point. And I'm probably gonna get off track too. When you go to sponsor, when you go to share the opportunity, don't overthink it, right? Because then you're gonna sit there and you're gonna allow that negative tape to roll in your head. You are. You're gonna think about every reason why you can't do it. You're gonna think about every reason why you shouldn't be doing it. And then you're gonna think about what your friends are gonna say, or oh my God, what if I fail, or whatever. So stop. Just stop. Here's what I recommend doing. Really, action cures all. Action cures all. That's another little key message right there if you want to write it down. Action cures all. Who has a little kitchen timer? Anyone? Okay, I recommend going and buying one. Get a cute one. I have a cute little pink pig. And I set the timer because I hate housework. I hate housework. Eat it. So at the end of the day, I literally have to set the timer and say, okay, I'm gonna 15 minutes, I'm gonna clean. So here's what I want you to do. Because you're hearing all this information that's coming at you. You've got notes galore from this weekend. Set the timer for 15 minutes. No, I'm serious. Do it. Set the timer for 15 minutes. Go through every directory you have. School directory, club directory, church directory, your high school yearbook, college yearbook. And I want you to write down every single person you know. Every single solitary person. Okay? That's your network. Those are your network. And those people on your list, men, women, children, they're going to be one of those 3 people that we talked about, right? They're either going to be a potential customer, presenter, or a connector. And those connectors, think like Germany, hey, anybody know anybody that lives in Germany? Hey, we're launching in Germany. We already did it. That's what I mean about a connector. You're not asking them to buy. You're not asking them to join. You're saying, hey, this is my business. We're moving into Germany. Who do you know? Can you connect me? Can you connect me? And if you really think about it, that's what virtual parties do. That's what Amber Boyd was talking about. When you tap into somebody else's Facebook network, you're being connected to another set of friends, a whole different customer base. But it's important. So, write down the list. Write down the list, 15 minutes. Reset the timer, reach out to those people on the list, personally. If I find anybody that posts a blanket like, hey, buy my stuff or join my team, that's not connecting. That's not, you're not creating a network. You're taking the easy way out. Because everyone's like, there she goes again, she's a shark. She just wants something from me. She doesn't want to engage with me. She doesn't want a friendship with me. She's out there just to see what she can get. So don't be the shark. You want to personally reach out to them. You really do. Personally reach out. So, when you reach out though, what are you going to say? Right? Because everybody's like, well, yeah, I can reach out. Like, touch someone. What am I going to say to them, right? What am I going to say? Right? What do you say? And Kara Cloyd, she's on my upline. She's always like, you have to give them words to say. You have to give them words to say. I agree to some extent, not extent. You have to have your own story, and who else? A couple other people touched on that today too. It's not your commercial, or if that's how you want to refer to it as your commercial, it can be your commercial. What I like to say is, what's your elevator pitch? Let's assume you get in an elevator and someone's like, I like your lipstick. By the way, it's swanky. And I've gotten complimented on it today. But they're like, I like your lipstick. You're like, thanks. You're like, I saw this. And they're like, what? You have to have a very quick 30-second, what are you doing? Why are you doing it? And how has it made a difference in your life? What, why, how? What, why, how? That's another elevator pitch. What, why, how? Another key message. Highlight, star. Okay. When you have your elevator pitch, it's important to know what your why is. Your big why. Your big why. And so my elevator pitch to begin with, and I'll share it with you. You can tweak it, you can use it, you can steal it, or better yet, you take it and then make it your own. But for me, I had read a Wall Street Journal article years ago that said mascara and lipstick were recession-proof. Like, doesn't matter what's happening in the economy, women are never going to give it up. They will never give up their lip color. They will never give up their mascara. It's recession-proof. And I was like, cool, yeah. So I decided to join Younique because I loved the mascara. Loved it. Loved it, loved it, loved it. It was the right product because it's recession-proof and it's an ongoing commodity. So you're going to run out of it. You're going to need it again. So that's the right product. It was the right price point. Not just for the product, $29 for the mascara, but it was the right price to join the company. $99 for almost $300 worth of makeup. Boom, I was sold on that, right? Alone, right there. Right price point, right marketplace. Now, how many of you was this business, the fact that you could do it online, the biggest selling point? For me, I have 3 kids, 1 on the way. My husband travels all the time. And this is what I share to people. This is what I say. I couldn't go back to work. I could, but then I'd have to pay for daycare, and I'd have to be the one that took time off if they got sick. So for me, this was a huge blessing to be able to work from anywhere. I'm in the carpool line to pick up my kids. I'll make a quick video, as long as I'm not I'm not moving and get in an accident. Safety first, people. Safety first. I can do it anywhere, anytime. I can do this business. So, right product, right price, right marketplace. That's my elevator pitch. Then they'll ask me more questions, and we'll go from there. But you have to have your very quick spiel, in and out. The more you talk, they're yours.
What's yours?
Right product, right price point, right marketplace.
That's easy. I like that.
Like, seriously, that was 10 seconds. Yeah, and then they'll be like, what do you mean, right marketplace? And I can develop it and talk about it. But that's me, that's me. So those are my key messages. But now I'm just gonna share personal stories. I've already shared about my mom. And guess who will probably be joining later on this month? Right? Woo! Not with me though, with my sister. But that's all right. That's all right. But I'll tell you why. I really don't even want her to join us. God, please don't ever post this if she does. I'll get in trouble.
You're on Periscope.
No, she knows.
I think it's gone 24 hours.
Okay, so. All right, with sponsoring. And with every aspect of this business. You guys, I hear all the time, like, well, I've been doing this since, I heard this yesterday, I'm doing this since March, and I'm still pink. Like, what am I doing wrong? Nothing. Nothing. You're not doing necessarily anything wrong. We're farmers, right? We're gardeners. We're going to wait for that harvest. We're going to go about our business. We're going to be patient. And the best analogy I have right now is this situation going on right here. So, yeah.
The situation.
This situation right here. Right here. But I'm on the treadmill the other day. And that's no small feat. I mean, putting the sports bra on alone, for God's sakes. That's a feat. I'm like tired out by the time I put that on. But I'm on the treadmill, and guess what? Am I going to see results? Do you think I'm going to see results right away? Like visually see results? Right. Because this situation's only going to get bigger. In fact, I'm going to go the opposite direction, right? I'm going to continue to gain weight. Yay! I just worked my butt off on the treadmill, and I'm going to gain weight. So why am I doing this? Am I torturing myself? Do you have a small point there? No, I'm doing it because I'm laying the foundation. I've planted a seed for fitness. I'm cultivating this garden. That sounds really disgusting. But I'm cultivating it, and I know that my harvest will come later. Maybe it's going to be a month after this child is born, maybe 2-3 months. If we're going off my third, it could be years. But I'm going to keep working at it. I'm going to keep working at it because I know it's going to benefit me later. So don't give up. Don't expect results to just happen right away. Just don't. And that's what you're doing with sponsorship. You're planting those seeds. You're cultivating a relationship, and you're waiting for that harvest. And even if you don't see the results right away, they will come. So another little story. I have like 21 first cousins. And that's a lot. I know, it's a little crazy. My husband thinks it's nuts. Anyhow, my closest cousin likes to have parties now and again. But she's gotten smart about it because she's like, oh, well, Leslie will host a party and she'll do all the posting. And then she'll place a bulk order through my party so I don't have to do anything. Right? Okay? No matter, and I've coached her. I'm like, hey girl, you have X many people or X many orders before you qualify. I do everything right. I do everything that these other wonderful women have told you to do. To host as coach and check in and personally message. She just ignores me. She ignores me. And we're talking about, not giving up. So I'm picking up my oldest from cross country, and I'm like, she called and said she wanted to open up another link, and I'm posting every day, 3 times a day. I'm posting my videos, I'm posting my selfie pictures, I do welcome video, and I'm sitting in the car, and I'm getting kind of negative. I am. I'm like, not one single sale. This was day 10 of this party. She hadn't tagged anybody, she did nothing. And I'm like, okay, I'm sitting in the parking lot waiting for my kid. I'm like, I've got 2 minutes. Whip out my phone, do a little thanks for coming to the party video, right? Because we're connecting, because we're building a network, right? And I'm a leader, and so I have to lead by example. So even though I think it's going to be, a silly exercise, right? At least it's time, right? No, it wasn't. Posted the thank you video. Immediately, not immediately, 2 hours later, I had a gal from the party message me. I've been watching you. I've been watching you for 19 months. I've been in your cousin's party. I'm really interested in this business. I have some questions, I have some concerns. Can you help me? So, let's say 19 months, she's posted 3 links, and I've gotten what out of it? I've gotten 2 presenters, 2 personally enrolled presenters, and I've gotten a spattering of sales. And that's okay, because guess what? That's one person that I know of. There could have been, everybody in her party could be watching and just waiting. Here's another thing. No's. That's the other hard part about our business, when somebody says no, not interested. And I always feel so weird saying this part, because when people say no means no, and we all know what we're talking about, when it comes to sex ed, no means no. No doesn't mean no in this business. No, it creeps me out though to say, well, no doesn't necessarily mean no. ... in mascara sales. No doesn't mean no. No means not right now, I'm not ready, I don't have enough information, educate me. Yes. Educate me. A no is a plant another seed. Plant another seed. Yep. So, biggest thing I learned is overcoming objections. First of all, I can't internalize it. There's a good quote. What other people think about you is none of your business. None of your business. Trust me. I'm 41, rocking my 4th, okay? I can't worry about what other people are going to think. I really can't. I'm pregnant. I'm 41, okay? Whoa. And Amber's sitting there going, I'm not getting any younger. And what are you, not even 30? So, really quickly though, overcoming objections. This is another big key message. You can write it down, highlight it. Feel, felt, found.
Yes.
Any objection. I'm not a salesperson. I understand how you feel. I'm not a salesperson either. I've never done direct sales in my life. In fact, I'm an attorney by trade, so skepticism is my middle name. What I have found, what I have learned, is that I was sharing anyway. I was sharing the products that I love. I was sharing, I would never share something that I didn't love to begin with. And I love this mascara. And I love this opportunity. I share clothes, I share nail polish, I share my favorite babysitter, I share my favorite alcoholic drink when I'm drinking. I share my favorite restaurant. We share. That's what we do. We share all the time. We are shares people, and whether you get paid for it or not, that's the difference right there. And as long as you're still cultivating your friendships and your relationships, and you're not being a shark, there's nothing icky about it.
Woo!
There's nothing. If you share a Coke with your friend, we're sharing. So, feel, felt, found. I don't have enough money. I understand how you feel. With 3 kids and a tight budget, I didn't think I could afford this either. But what I found is that I made up my cost of my kid in the first hour or 2 just by sharing this product with my friends. So, get out of your own head, get out of your own way, don't edit, don't self-edit. When you're making your list of your dream team for people to reach out to, don't think for them. Don't think for them. Our job solely is to share. Their job is to decide.
Yep.
So when my mom was telling me nobody cares about this, nobody cares about that, I stopped her at one point and I said, let's let them think for themselves. And I'm going to end with this. You don't know, well, Amber said it. She said, you're doing them a favor. I like to call it, I'm blessing other people. I'm blessing other people. I've been blessed by this job. I'll probably start crying because I'm hormonal. But look at the women here. Look at all of you. I mean, I wouldn't have met you but for this opportunity. I wouldn't be up on the stage but for this opportunity. I got my girl back because of this opportunity.
Yep.
I'm glad that somebody shared this opportunity with me. And to get even more personal, last month, July, my older sister, who is a type 1 diabetic, is battling breast cancer. And she joined me. She joined the team. And I'm sharing this with you guys because she was just like me. She was skeptical. She's an attorney too, and she's like, I'm not a salesperson, Leslie. And I'm like, you don't have to be. And we talked about it, and I showed her how everybody shares things, and sometimes they get paid for it, sometimes they don't. So she lost all of her hair. She's lost all of her eyebrows. She's losing her breasts. She's losing all of her femininity. And when she says to me that putting on makeup in the morning and forcing herself to take a selfie for this business makes her feel beautiful, thank you. To me, I feel empowered and validated as a person because I have shared a blessing with somebody else, and I feel good knowing that I've played maybe a small part in her recovery, in her fight with breast cancer. And so don't think for other people. She said no before, and once her situation changed and she had more information, and I kept cultivating that relationship and educating her, and she finally said yes. I mean, the love and the support that she's gotten from the sisterhood, and the love and the support that she gets, and the feeling of just that I feel feminine today, that situation alone, my sister alone, sharing that opportunity with her alone, it makes it all worth it. So when you have that negative voice in your head that nobody cares, that nobody's listening, that nobody's watching, that nobody could benefit from this business, don't think for other people. Just share the blessing, share the opportunity, and trust. Just trust it. Just trust the process.
Tell him what Stephanie said. Leslie, tell him Stephanie hit blue. Tell him what Stephanie's done in her.
Just so you know, my sister, okay, she's already hit blue status in the first month.
Yeah.
She hit blue status while she was undergoing chemotherapy. She has a port for her diabetes medicine, a port for her chemo. She has 4 children. She works full time. She hit blue. She hit fast starts, and watching her just inspires me and validates my decision to join this company, and validates the reason that I will never edit, because I don't know what is going on in anybody's life, and I don't know if they could use a blessing or not. I don't. And I've had so many people come out of other situations that say, this has helped me get out of an abusive relationship. This has allowed me to buy diapers for my kids. This has allowed me to buy necessary medication. So, and we've talked about it before, don't let your own ego get in your way. Bless somebody else. Bless somebody else. As silly as it sounds, it's makeup. It is. It's makeup, but it can make a huge difference. It's always those little things that make. Attack me. But anyway, Stephanie Hicks is my sister. If you see her online, you'll see her. She rocks her bald head, and she's digging the brow stuff right now. She's across her eyebrows, and she loves it. She just was messaging me earlier. She's like, I literally have lost all my eyelashes. She's like, they're gone. She's like, if it weren't for the fibers and the mascara, she said I would have nothing. So remember that. Always build. If you're not growing, you're shrinking. Be a farmer, not a shark. Roll down a hill. Everybody you meet is one of 3 people, and be a blessing. Just be a blessing.
All right. Woo!